Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Wishing You Well podcast. I'm so glad that you're here today. We're going to talk about something that causes a lot of confusion and a lot of fear, and honestly, a lot of marketing hype, and that is oils, cooking oils. Are they good for us? Are they bad for us? Should we be cooking with them? Should we be avoiding them? Should we be drizzling them on everything? Let's take some time today together to clear it up in a way that helps you feel empowered in your own kitchen. Because food is not meant to be stressful, it's meant to nourish us. So I'd like to start by talking about why oils matter. Oils are not just fat. They are hormone builders. They're fuel for our brains. They're cell membrane stabilizers. They're inflammation regulators. And they are carriers for fat-soluble vitamins, such as A, D, E, and K. Your body needs fat. The problem isn't oil itself. The problem is the type of oil, the way the oil's been processed, the heat, and the quantity. In our modern food system, most people are consuming the wrong kinds of oils in excess. So this is one of those things, do you want the bad news or the good news first? I'm going to start with the bad. Let's start by talking about the unhealthy oils, the ones to minimize, the oils that create inflammation in our bodies when we consume them frequently. Number one, this category includes a bunch of oils, and that category is industrial seed oils. These include soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, and the generic vegetable oils. What's wrong with these oils? What makes them unhealthy? They're highly processed. They're extracted using chemical solvents. They're bleached and deodorized, and they're very high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 fatty acids are not evil. We need them. It's the ratio that matters. And historically, humans used to consume omega-6 and omega-3 fats in a ratio of 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. But today, it can be 15-to-1 or even as high as 20-to-1. That means omega-6 oils are being consumed in a quantity that is 15 to 20 times higher than omega-3 fatty acids. And what that means is that it's going to create imbalance. We're going to have chronic inflammation, potential joint pain, hormonal imbalances, cardiovascular strain. And here is the big problem. Seed oils are in everything. They're ubiquitous. Salad dressings, packaged snacks, baked goods, restaurant food for sure, even healthy protein bars. If you do one thing, just one thing after listening to this episode, start reading your labels. You'll be shocked. Number 2 on the list of the oils that are unhealthy are hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils. In simpler terms, trans fats. This is an area of great concern because hydrogenation changes the structure of the fat in order to make it shelf stable. So what does that mean? It's making it harder for your body to recognize, harder for your body to metabolize, and more damaging to your arteries. And when that happens, this gets increased, linked to lots of different health problems, including an increase in your LDL cholesterol, that's your lousy cholesterol, a decrease in your HDL cholesterol, which is your healthy cholesterol. And what does that ultimately lead to? An increase in heart disease, in your risk for heart disease. So thankfully, trans fats are less common now. They've been banned in a lot of municipalities, but they still appear in certain things. Think of frostings and shelf-stable things like desserts and cheap baked goods. If you see the words partially hydrogenated, that's a big no. That's a hard pass. Oils can be healthy. if they're used properly. So let's shift now to what does support your body, because that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to choose wisely and not to fear our food. So number one on the list of healthy oils, extra virgin olive oil. That's probably not a surprise to anyone tuning in today. It's one of the most studied oils in the world. It's the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, which I mentioned in many different podcast episodes. But here's the key. You want to look for extra virgin, cold pressed olive oil that's in a dark glass bottle, and check the harvest date. There's so many benefits to buying extra and using extra virgin olive oil. It's rich in monounsaturated fats. It's high in antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, and it supports the health of both your heart and your brain. Where can you and how should you use extra virgin olive oil? In your salad dressings, drizzling over vegetables, and light sautéing. This is because extra virgin olive oil has a moderate smoke point, so you're not going to want to use it for cooking over high heat. So absolutely avoid it for any type of high heat cooking, and absolutely avoid it for frying. Healthy oil number 2 is avocado oil. It's also wonderful for cooking. It does have a high smoke point. It is also loaded with monounsaturated fats, and it's neutral in flavor. So that makes it great for high heat cooking, as well as searing of proteins and roasting of vegetables. Once again, you're going to want to choose cold pressed, and you're going to want to purchase a reputable brand. Number 3, healthy oil, coconut oil. Coconut oil is high in saturated fat, which has made it somewhat controversial. But here's the nuance. It contains MCTs, which are medium chain triglycerides. They are metabolized quickly in the body. They support energy production, and they support brain health. When would you want to use coconut oil? For baking, for medium heat cooking, and in moderation. It's not a free-for-all with coconut oil because it is a saturated fat, but it's not the villain it was once made out to be. Number 4 on the healthy list kind of is old school. It's grass-fed butter and ghee. If your body can tolerate them well, grass-fed butter is fabulous because it contains vitamin K2 and fat-soluble vitamins, and it ends up being very supportive for your gut health. Ghee is another word for clarified butter, and the difference there is that because the butter's been clarified, the lactose and the milk solids have been removed, which that means it has a higher smoke point than regular butter, and it takes on this rich, nourishing quality. Traditional cultures have used these fats for generation. Again, in this category, I think we should focus on moderation and quality. We need to talk about the smoke point conversation. This is important because when oil is heated beyond its smoke point, it oxidizes, and then free radicals form, and then inflammation increases in the body. So a simple guide is as follows. It's kind of a recap of what I just said. For when you're cooking over low heat or no heat, you want to use extra virgin olive oil or flax oil. But flax oil, you never want to heat that one. So that can be used as a salad dressing or a finishing oil. If you're cooking over medium heat, coconut oil and butter. If you're cooking over high heat, avocado oil and ghee. So all you have to do is match the oil to your cooking method. Very simple. So how does this conversation about oils connect to inflammation in the body? And what does that mean? Do we even know what chronic inflammation shows up as? Well, if you've had it, you probably know. But just to be clear, your body's showing signs of chronic inflammation when you have joint stiffness, when you're experiencing brain fog, when you have hormonal swings, when you have fatigue, when you have skin issues. Excess processed seed oils are quietly operating in the background, contributing to our body's inflammation. So swapping them out for something healthier is one of the simplest anti-inflammatory upgrades you can make for yourself. So I try to bring you simple, easily implementable changes to improve your health, and this is one of them. No extreme diet is required, no major shifts in what you're eating, just a small, conscious shift in changing out unhealthy oils in exchange for healthy ones. So the way to do this is to give yourself a kitchen overhaul or a kitchen reset. Again, overhaul sounds like a big word. You're just going to focus on the part of your pantry where you're keeping your oils. And here's what you want to do to reset things this week. Throw out any old oils. If you can't remember when you bought it, you've had it too long. Get rid of it. And particularly make a point of throwing out the vegetable oils, the seed oils that I mentioned earlier. What do you want to keep? The extra virgin olive oil, the avocado oil, the butter, the ghee. You're going to want to read labels on your salad dressings and your mayonnaise. And I hate to ask you to throw out things that you might have just bought that have the wrong oils in them, but you can either make the decision to throw them out now or upon finishing what you've already purchased. You're going to want to cook more meals at home when possible because those industrial seed oils are cheap. And so restaurants almost always use seed oils because of that. They can buy them in large quantities at a low price. If you're ever confused or concerned about this, call the restaurant ahead of time or ask upon ordering. Hopefully your wait person will support you in this, and you can even talk about the fact that you believe that your body is allergic to the seed oils and go from there. Restaurants seem to be much more accommodating these days about people's food insensitivities. And lastly, when you're doing your reset with the oils, if you are somebody who regularly deep fries your food, my strong suggestion to you is to cut back, if not completely eliminate, that method of cooking. So I want you to make these changes. I want them to feel good for you. I want to end this episode gently. I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not saying that oil is morally bad for you. I'm just providing simply some information. Your body, this is the way to think about it. Your body responds to what you consistently give it, not what you do once. So I don't want you to panic over the bag of chips that you had during the Super Bowl that may, when you look at the label now, upon reflection afterwards, you realize it's processed with a vegetable oil or bad seed oil. You want to look at your daily cooking habits. It's your small daily choices, the things you do regularly and over time and consistently that create long-term outcomes. So as you move through this coming week, I invite you to ask yourself, what would nourish me? Don't think about restricting. Don't think about punishing yourself by eliminating all of your favorite foods. Don't stress yourself out. But think about nourishing yourself and making choices in this area, choosing healthy oils and fats over ones that are unhealthy, like the seed oils. That's what wellness is all about. It's not about perfection. It's about alignment. It's about small steps working towards big health and wellness improvements. I want to thank you for being with me today. I hope this episode was helpful. It's a topic that I know can get very confusing. I've tried to simplify it with you. I'm sure there's people that want to debate me on this issue, and if so, feel free to drop some comments my way. If you think that there's someone that you know that's standing in their kitchen wondering which oil to use, perhaps you can share this episode with them. I am hoping for you that you'll make some small changes and wellness improvements will come your way. And until next time, I am wishing you well.